All right. Hello, church. Pastor Christopher here, and just wanted to chat with you for a second. Obviously, you noticed my mask, and I tried this just a minute ago and realized that my microphone was muted. That was dumb. So I'm going to try this again. I'm wearing the mask because I want to remind you. First of all, it covers up my face, which is good, but I want to give you a little update on COVID and things like that. So the first thing to know is that our bishop, Bishop Elaine, earlier this week put out an update to our reopening plan for the conference for conference churches, and I guess she kind of teased that a couple weeks ago, and the reality is there's just not much change. There's not much change, especially for us at Orchards. She's given a little bit of extra leeway to some particular places and particular conference entities. But the other thing that she says, and I'll put the link down in the description. I'll also put the link on our Facebook page where this video will most likely be seen. But she also said that, boy, right now she wouldn't be opening a church if she were the pastor. And I guess one thing I've appreciated about her leadership is that it's nice to have your instincts confirmed, right? Because I've not felt comfortable opening yet, or else we would have. And it's not just about being comfortable, but it's about being diligent. It's about being smart. One of the realities is that in our area, the numbers are going up. In fact, they're going up all over the country. You may hear some headlines about some particular places. I forget one of the Dakotas. 45% of their tests came back positive. I can't remember this past week or I don't know. And then I saw a map where it colored in which states were experiencing uncontrollable spread of the disease, and our state is in that color. I think 48 of our states, 47 of our states, are experiencing uncontrollable spread of the virus. And of course, our local newspaper's been keeping up with that. I think pretty good. The other thing to realize is that with infections come people being really, really sick and then even dying. And the numbers of, as the numbers of infections rise, well, the numbers of deaths rise, usually about 2 weeks afterwards. That's been the trend. And our health officials, I'm not an epidemiologist, so I trust them because they know more than me, are saying that until we get a vaccine, we have to do behavioral things to keep the virus at bay, to keep it from spreading too much. And I don't think we should just accept that it's going to spread. I don't think we should just give up doing whatever we can about it. Because I do want to open church. I want to open schools. I want to open everything. I want to be with you all, especially as the holidays are coming. But that just doesn't seem wise to me. And it just doesn't seem wise. We have to do things behaviorally to help contain the virus. Obviously, you got to wear your mask, It's not perfect, but it's far better than not wearing a mask. Obviously, you have to keep washing our hands. Reducing travel seems to be one of these things that reducing travel and reducing gatherings in public spaces seems to be that like restaurants and bars and things like that are, I don't know, that don't seem like a good idea to me. And churches are places where people gather. So we've got to behave. It sounds silly, but we've got to do behaviorally what we can until we can control this through vaccines and therapeutics and things like that. And that's a ways away. So we have to control this behaviorally. For the holidays, I'm worried because I know people get lonesome, and it's bad enough in the wintertime when it's hard enough to get out. But for the holidays, our family usually travels for Thanksgiving and spends a lot of money and a lot of time with other people, and it's one of the highlights of the year for us. And Thanksgiving was probably from about age 12 has always been my favorite holiday. But this year we're not traveling, we're not gathering with others. And I would encourage all of you to have a plan for the holidays that is COVID smart. That is COVID smart. So for us, it's just going to be the four of us as we have been. And, we're going to do turkey. We're going to keep it festive. We're going to do games with the kids and all sorts of things. We're also going to use our technology to stay connected with our family, to stay connected with friends, to stay connected with you all as well. And the final piece, and I don't know, this is kind of a worry, is we have to figure out a way to stay connected in between worship. Because I am hearing, and I've heard from some of you, it's getting lonely. Some of you don't have a lot of people around you, and I really feel for you. So whatever, I want to talk to the whole church about this. Whatever you can to connect with someone in the church that doesn't have many connections, please reach out and touch them, right? But technologically, phone calls, cards, that kind of thing is really good. So as of now, I mean, this is just a public service announcement, and we heard on the other day that one of the health officials was begging anybody who's a leader of anything to get on and make the plea. So this is me making the plea. Do everything you can to keep the virus contained. It will end at some point. It will end. Don't be too discouraged. And if you have to go out, keep it to a minimum. Always wash your hands and always mask up. Okay, church. Thanks for listening. Might be more here in the near future. But until then, take care. I love you all.